and you can't move for 6 minutes.
But look supernatural, and then grab your where's your guitar? And then grab your guitar and sing in Korean.
It's a Hawaii thing.
Welcome to It's a Hawaii Thing. I'm Lanai, and that's Brook Lee,
Hi.
ladies and gentlemen.
What is that? You're
I don't
just
know.
wearing a
Hawaiian
shirt. Okay.
Yeah, we have a very special guest today.
So weird.
He was on the show. He's going to be our first guest that's actually come back on the show. That's how good he was, and we wanted him to come back.
That's why you're having him on, because he was so good the last time he was auditioning? He's Justin. He can
no,
come on anytime he wants.
I said he was the first guest that's returning on the show again, because he was on. No other guests has come back on the show.
And
he
what
was
does that
so
tell
good
you?
that we wanted to bring him back because we wanted to dig more deep.
And all I'm saying is, even if he wasn't good, not that you wouldn't be, brother, but I'd have him on again anyway because I love him.
All right, Mrs.
See?
Positivity.
I'm better
Justin Kawika Young, ladies and gentlemen.
So good to be back.
How are you?
It's like having divorced parents, right?
Singer, songwriter, composer. Later on, we're going to do a tarot reading with Diva Zappa.
I'm very excited about that.
Yeah.
Even though you're tall. It's okay.
Do you believe in readings?
I believe in anything. I'm open to anything.
open to
Yeah.
It's because he's vegan now.
I think people from Hawaii are a little more on the spiritual side. We're in touch with the Aina, so we are open to more things like that.
I would agree.
Yeah. I always thought of it as entertainment, and then until people started nailing it.
And then you started crying on
Diva,
TV.
Diva made me cry. Diva got me a little
Such a
emotional when
panty.
she did my reading.
How often do you cry normally?
Oh, every day.
Oh.
Yeah,
Now,
you know when
since your chakras opened like you said in the last show.
When Tom Brady, when they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm not even a
Football person?
Buccaneer fan. I'm a Tom Brady fan. And at the end, they did this thing about him seeing his family, and they ran on the field, and I was pulling out some water, man.
It's really great to see a guy that had only won like a dozen other Super Bowls finally make it.
You opened such a
happy
can of worms
story.
with this Chicago Bears fan that you don't even want to go there,
Well, he's
bro.
45, you know. It's like
It's
I know.
impressive. You have to be.
very-
I don't
What have
care.
you been doing?
Not winning Super Bowls.
You could, though.
Are you still in Nashville?
I packed up my car and my dogs and drove to Santa Barbara.
Thank goodness.
It's a good spot.
Bye.
It's beautiful, especially for winter. Like I didn't want
Yeah.
to do another Nashville winter.
And you're close to LA, far enough from LA.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
about
what I
an
mean?
hour and a half.
You're half an hour from wine country.
True.
It's
good wine, good food.
A lot of forestry.
Pretty girls in Santa Barbara, too.
Yeah, I mean,
If you're into
you can't
college
really
girls.
go out at this point, you know.
Right.
So
Yeah, that's true. We're going to have to work on that.
Yeah.
But
Are you working on new music?
I am. Yeah, I've been working on music for the past 6 months. Just there's a lot going on. Gotta
Yeah.
get it out. Find a way to be creative. And
see.
the pandemic suits my personality quite well.
Yeah.
I don't have to
He's
go anywhere, make up
antisocial.
excuses. I
You're a
just
little
stay home.
hermity?
I have a large hermit tendency.
Me
Yeah.
too. I like to
Yeah.
be alone.
No,
I'm
you
realizing I
don't.
like to be
You were
alone.
on I-94 and out everywhere, every night. Bobby McGee's.
That's
all
why
those
I like to
places.
be alone now.
Okay.
Yeah, people have drained me.
Really? Is that
Look
what
at
it
the
is?
bags under my eyes. People are draining me of
That explains
energy.
a lot.
So are you doing island music? What kind of album are you doing? Whatever.
I mean, no, not specifically island music. I think at this point I'm just kind of letting it be what it is.
It's
it is?
Justin
Yeah.
music. It's
Yeah.
what it is.
The island thing is just a part of who I mean, like I don't know if I've said this on the last show, but like I'd play songs that I just thought were like completely like R&B or whatever, and somebody after the shows would be like, "Oh, I could tell you're from Hawaii by your music," and
Oh,
I just I just realized like,
Who said that? Do I need to
Is
slap
she
someone?
saying in general?
Okay.
I realized like
Hold on, Korean.
I'm like,
K-Rage.
who stepped to my boy?
No,
What?
it wasn't a bad thing. I'm
okay.
just saying, like, I realized that it is an intrinsic part of things that I make where I'm from.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I
it'll
think that's
never be
great.
separated from that.
I think
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah.
But
People
how
love
do they
Hawaii.
know? Who are they? I need names and addresses.
It was
That's what
a
I need.
I think it was a compliment.
Was it a
Yeah, it was
local
a
person
compliment.
or was it a
I
Howley
think-
person?
Are you doing any collabs with anyone?
Uh-oh, here comes the
think
roller.
so.
Look at his head.
Can
you
you-
can see his brain like
no,
working.
I'd love you to have Brooke do a song. You guys did a
You
song.
already
Let's do it.
went
25
down.
years ago.
Why
Yeah,
you
that's
gotta
right.
put a date on it?
Because you need to make yourself
Why
relevant.
you gotta put numbers
so
to
I think
things?
what you should do is
25?
do an island music song with her.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we can play it here.
Okay.
And no, I'm serious, Brooke.
I need you to.
What
What are
song?
those pills that you were talking
don't know,
about
create a
earlier?
new
I
one.
think I'm
Okay.
gonna need some of these. What are those things you were
On
talking
it.
about?
On it. Yeah.
Joe
you need to clear your
Rogan.
brain. Yeah, can you maybe think about doing a song together?
You can't afford him, basically.
I'm not
or
involved
me.
in this. I'm just setting you up for some success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
I would love for us to sing together.
We should go to
Yeah.
Korea.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it.
Korea.
Do like a K-pop song.
Oh my gosh.
No, I think what it is
I'm
is
in.
you do an island music song, but then you do a
But in
K-pop
Korean.
remix.
Like in
A
Korean.
K-pop remix.
Oh, that's a good
Of
idea.
an island song?
Yeah, that's what everyone. Bruno has like 30 island
Are
reggae
you and Mr.
mixes
Mars on
of,
first name basis? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
What,
Whatever.
no, honestly, I think you're something because you can do it now in this. You don't have to be together in the same
I
room
don't think
anymore.
he knows that I'm a raging BTS fan yet. I don't think I
You know
broke
that,
that
didn't you?
news to him yet. No, I didn't break that news to him
That's
yet.
okay.
Yeah, she's like hardcore.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
creepy.
She's one of those creepy people that
I'm a creepy Ajima.
watches BTS
Ajima.
videos.
Because I'm
Yeah.
old.
Did you snort?
Let's talk about him for a second.
We
it's
are.
his
We're
interview.
talking about doing the music
Going to
together.
Korea.
You guys
Okay.
should do a song together, and then she still has pull in Korea, so you do a Korean mix, and
Let's
then
do
we'll
it.
get you
has
guys
pull
to
in Korea. So that's twice Hawaii. He
And
said
you're-
25 years, and
you're
then he said
partially
still
Korean.
Yeah.
has pull.
It's an untapped market, I think.
It very much
Yeah.
is.
The passive aggressiveness in this room is
We're gonna
really
discuss
kind of
this a little bit
breaking
more.
my heart.
Justin Young is hanging out with us. It's a Hawaii thing.
Bringing you what matters. Viewers can receive the Star Advertiser digital full access subscription for just $9.95 per month. Go to staradvertiser.com and click on subscribe. Use the code AHI THING. HEC Medical Clinic. Dr. Aries Oda, Hawaii's #1 laser weight loss center for weight loss, reverse diabetes, and heart disease. Call today for your limited time special, only $37. Lose 1 to 2 inches instantly.
Welcome back to It's a Hawaii Thing. We're hanging out with Justin Young.
He's
this
my
morning.
favorite.
Yeah.
I
Mutual.
like him more than you.
That's not saying a whole lot, but thank you.
Would you like to change seats?
I've
We're-
been his biggest fan. For
I
a
know.
very
We're
long
talking
time.
about your music and stuff. How many songs do you think you have in the not released and just in your head or in
An
a
infinite number.
In my
computer,
head.
or in the computer that you've done and you haven't done anything on it?
Yeah, probably not as many as you like. Finished, not as many as you think. I'm not like one of those prolific people that just writes a song a day, which is interesting because when I moved to Nashville, it's like a bastion of songwriting. But their style is very much like
Pump it out, pump it out.
pump it out,
Uh-huh.
1 or 2 songs a day. And the theory is like, not everyone, but the more songs you make, then the more chances that you make a hit.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
But for me, it's like I want to wait till I get something that feels like there's some magic in it, and then
Right.
I'll spend months and months after the initial kind of burst of creativity, like reworking things.
Tweaking,
And yeah.
yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe
You write lyrics first or music?
it's usually kind of at the same time. Like it's interesting. I think most songs come out of just playing.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of improvising. Words just come out of your mouth, and a lot of times you're like, oh, I didn't know I was thinking about that. That'd be a great song. And then you kind of build on that.
You remember we talked about doing a champagne song?
Yes.
You
It's
talked about it.
One just
That's a
came
good
out.
memory. Oh, see?
One just came out. Ariana Grande. What's her name?
Ariana
Ariana Grande.
with an A.
Yeah.
Grande.
Her, I think. You right?
like your
Was her?
Starbucks.
Was her? She did a champagne song. So, Ruben Carrillo. Yeah. And then there was
Wow.
a tequila song
That
that,
was a lot
just
of
came
build-up.
out too.
Oh.
Yeah.
A
It
what
was,
song?
R&B and hip hop guy did like a tequila song because we talked about there's
Did
only
you just
the
say
Pee
an
Wee
R&B
Herman
and
one.
hip hop guy? Like, do you going to be more specific than
Yeah,
that?
I don't want to
or-
screw up his name.
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
a huge country song called
Yeah,
Tequila.
so we
yeah,
talked
you
about
sang
that
it
too. Yeah.
perfectly, I might add, Hawaii. The last time he was on the show. And then we got busted because we didn't have any clearance for it, but
Oh.
it's okay. No, we didn't.
We didn't get busted. Yeah. So you do it just kind of comes to you when you do the
He's a
writing and
local
thing.
boy at heart, so it's like, the kauna has to come and
Yeah.
like, local people when they write, it comes from the na'au.
Yeah.
It comes from the
Have you
insides.
ever thought about doing a Hawaiian album?
I did one that was a good portion Hawaiian. I love Hawaiian music and grew up singing it, but I didn't grow up speaking the language, so I'm
Yeah.
a little hesitant.
It's always
Nowadays,
scary.
yeah. 'Cause
he doesn't
People
wanna
like Brooke
get-
will be like, "You said that wrong."
I'm not that person.
You said
there
federal. She's
are
not
those
that person,
people,
but yeah.
because I'm not maka'alelo Hawaii like
She is
everybody
that
else
person.
is,
She
but
just does it to me in a text.
I do it to him because that's Lanai.
I find out all my news and stuff from Brooke through a text.
That's
Really?
Yeah.
That's sad.
What kind of news?
It could be anything, but she'll give me her point of view on it.
Oh,
and I'm
that's-
like, I don't even understand what's going on right
It's
now.
mostly because you're wrong and you say something and then I have to come back
She
and be like,
loves to be right, boy. I tell you.
can't, you couldn't,
Yeah.
you didn't.
Are we gonna
should've
argue
said
right
that.
now in front of Justin?
Yeah, that's what we get paid to do, bro. Read your scripts. Like what?
So are you still working with Colbie? Are you in the band?
Well,
Yeah.
that was a weird, awkward segue, but go ahead and talk
No.
about his ex-girlfriend.
It's not his ex. He's his business partner.
Nope. Not according to, nope.
Are you
Okay.
playing in the band still?
The
No.
band ended a few
Let's
months
have a
ago.
moment.
Okay.
We're done.
Moment of
Okay.
silence for the band. Anyway, it was a great experience. I love the record that we made. What is it called?
Yeah, name,
Tides.
tell everybody the name of
They
it.
went Hele West and now they Hele Cow.
Anyway, we made a beautiful
Willa.
record that I love, and now and then it kind of came to an end. Like we were getting ready to start
And then
promoting.
the pandemic happened.
Yeah, exactly. Another
Yeah.
single, the pandemic happened. and it just
Sorry
wasn't-
everywhere. Science.
wasn't gonna work. Anyway, yes, Colbie and I aren't together anymore. We're still best friends. We still talk all the time. She's still in Nashville, so but we've played music since then, and I'm sure we will. In the
Is she
future.
gonna do a new album that you're gonna work on or anything?
We don't need to talk about that because I'm his agent now, and we're just focusing on his projects. So we don't really need to talk about Colbie
direct
right
your
now.
questions to Brooke
Yeah,
from now on.
yeah, we're gonna move on from that.
We're gonna find a new host
Let's
pretty
focus. Let's focus on Justin, shall we? Yeah, let's focus on Justin for a
How
second.
long you gonna stay home?
Just a few days, you know. It's
Yeah.
a quick trip. I want to get back and finish my album, and then come back for like actual like
release.
chill time.
Oh, yeah,
Because I
yeah.
came back for some shows and to do this, and you know, this is the longest I've been away from home. It's been over 2 years.
Right.
So I think
You
bef-
needed to come
Yeah,
back,
I
dip
think-
your toes in the water.
I think
Yeah.
when you come back, that's when we do the album.
Boy,
with
he's
Brooke
really
on
not
it.
gonna let this go.
No, I'm not. I'm
No,
not.
he's
People don't know that Brooke can
pitbull.
sing.
Yeah.
You know.
Something.
Beautiful
I mean, she
voice.
isn't Mariah Carey, but she can sing.
Wow.
And you guys, we did a project
You see
together.
the passive
What year?
aggressiveness,
What year
Hawaii?
was
Are
that?
you feeling it?
What year was that?
Why we gotta put years
It
on
was in the
things?
90s.
It was in the 90s.
Yeah.
Thank
we
you.
put together.
This is why I love this boy.
Late 90s.
I called up Brooke one day and I said, "Hey, you should do. You should do a song on the album, and we'll put you with Justin. You were with Carlos.
Oh, yeah,
at the
yeah.
time.
Yep.
And you guys met at a club that they were playing at, and then you ended up doing something. What's the name of the song?
Why
Isn't
are
it
you-
romantic?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what
I
it
didn't
was.
meet them at a club. I went
No,
to
what-
Carlos's house.
Yeah.
Oh, at the studio.
I was renting a room from Carlos,
was
and he
living
had a
there.
studio there.
Ah, that's
Like
what
he
it
like
was.
rolled in, and I'm like, "Hi, who are you?"
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, that's Brooklyn.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Oh, he just graduated from high school." I'm like, "Never mind."
But you eventually went to a club. You were playing at some club.
He would play
I
all
played at a
over.
club at
He
one point.
bussed
But-
everywhere in
But this
in
one
LA,
club that
and I went with him everywhere.
But the first one I'm talking about that you went to, I remember because Jamie was there at that club, and I think
Bruno Mars's sister?
played
Oh.
at the same club before anybody knew who he was too.
yeah.
Do you remember what it was? It was in North Hollywood. Was
I
it-
think it was the
it-
Mint, probably. Maybe.
Mint? Oh.
I mean, I
He's
saw
played
Bruno
the
there
Rainbow
back in the
Room.
day.
He's played at the Bar and Grill.
Because I want to
in
find
Burbank.
the song and we see if we can try to play it on the
No, we're not.
podcast.
I will not.
We'll do it on
clear
our
that. I
long
will
version of the
sign.
show. Anyway, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna bring back. We're gonna bring Diva Zappa on. We're gonna do a little tarot card reading for Justin.
Break it down.
and see what his future holds.
So neat. LA.
Yeah, we gotta ask if Brooke's gonna do a song with you
I'm
too.
gonna.
At Western Exterminator, our pest-free 365 solution works year-round to protect your home from unwanted pests. Choose pest-free with Western Exterminator. For all your money needs, Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union is here for you. Visit hificu.com.
You know, Brooke thought that you needed some help with your future.
I did not
She's
think
right.
she. No, that is not true.
Dating.
I am Niele.
Business,
I am very
love.
curious.
So
He's my yobo. I wanted to just
we
peek
had
under
to
the
bring
hood.
in the specialist from Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen, Diva Zappa. How are you, Diva?
Hi, girl.
Hi.
Diva,
How are you?
Meet Justin. Justin, meet Diva.
Hello.
Help
nice
me.
to meet you. I will do my best. We'll see what the cards have to say.
I would love for you guys to chit chat, but because of time, we'd love to see what the cards say. So, you know, Diva was on our show. Go ahead and shuffle. Diva was on our show a couple weeks ago, months ago, and
right.
she did a reading on me, and people.
She made you cry. Just say
She
it.
did. She got me a little emotional.
The little.
Because she nailed it.
Nailed
like,
it.
nailed it. Which things I didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
You ready, Diva?
Yeah, sure. With that, I'm totally ready.
No
pressure.
For the record, have you ever met Justin before?
Oh my God.
No, just now.
Okay. All right. Have you ever met Diva before?
I have not.
Here we go.
I feel like we're on a dating show. This is weird. This is super weird.
Let's see this,
is
Diva.
Super weird.
She's doing a little.
All right, hang
blessing
on.
for
I'm
you.
just doing a little blessing for
Yeah.
Justin.
See, I know what's going on.
Okay.
And we got. Go ahead.
Justin, I'm just gonna cut the deck, and you're gonna tell me left, middle, or center.
Left.
Good choice.
Are you left-handed or right-handed?
Right-handed.
Okay.
Stop reading in this shit.
I'm left-handed.
Oh, I'm not supposed to say nothing? Just let it don't want to mix up the vibes here.
I don't want your future, bro.
I think you do.
No, you don't.
All right.
It's been fun.
We are almost done pulling all the cards. Hang on one second.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, don't rush the universe, bro.
I won't.
She said, "Oh my
Okay,
goodness."
so what I'm seeing here, my table space is a little funky. You have a lot to do in the world.
That's cool.
Yeah, he does.
Well, like
Such as.
you're okay. So I will send you guys a picture of the cards, I guess.
Okay,
Or
yeah.
maybe I can. If you look, maybe I can do this.
No, we'll get a shot of it after.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So they're
I don't know
there,
what
but
that
they're
means,
they're
but-
down.
All right.
You have a lot of major arcana cards. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, and usually when there's a lot of major arcana cards, that means that there is. It's not everyday stuff that you're dealing with. It's more universal, and in like what you do affects more than just your own personal world. It affects a lot of people and the world around you, and universally. So you're coming out of this space of maybe you found a teacher, found someone who inspired you, or you've actually come to a realization about yourself and the strengths that you have, and you're sharing your gifts where you are right. And I think actually it's more that where you're stepping more into your power, because where you are right now is this is the High Priestess, which is this beautiful energy of like really trusting your power and sitting still and allowing things to come to you as you're, and what's on top of that is the Three of Cups. So there's this collaborative, empowering, like fulfilling connection, like love. And what you're being guided by is the Star. So there's like, it's like this beautiful blessing of
Yeah.
of
Like the same-
energy that
Like the same path Gandhi took.
Sort of. But with music. Yeah.
So,
Never had
so
a reading with a hype man.
It's weird, right?
I'm behind you, brother.
yeah. Well, okay. So the Star is like this. You're supported in everything that you're doing as long as it's connected to your heart and like you trust your intuition. Like this is, you're super intuitive, and what you're rooted in is the Six of Cups. So this is also like a healing, beautiful recognition of well, in the traditional deck, it's like a role reversal. So like you're recognizing relationships between maybe you realize that your parents are people, kind of like is that kind of a thing, but not specifically recognizing that.
Yeah,
like there's
yeah.
a different understanding in your role in a relationship and the way that your heart works, and like a different level of respect and care.
What do you think of that so far? Is she
100% dead on.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I've been finding a connection, a deeper connection with nature, and having stillness and letting things sort of be in cooperation with something greater than myself when I'm making music or whatever I'm doing, and just kind of trusting that.
So do you think, how much do you think that is experience or maturity?
I mean, I'm sure that's part of it. Yeah. You know, I think you get to a certain age too, when, you know, there's a time in your life when you think about, well, what do I want to do for me? And then at some point you think, well, what does the world want from me? And what can I contribute to something bigger than
Boom.
myself?
Yeah.
See?
That's aloha.
Yeah.
So you have, this is amazing. So you have also 3 threes in this. So, and threes are collaboration. It's it's connection and relationship with people and environments, situations that push you to level up, basically, and make you work together to create something amazing. Like you're just on this path of growing, and what you're rooted in, like. Also, what this is like you have coming forward, you have an opportunity. There's the Two of Coins. So you have a new seed, a new opportunity to take advantage of like of this power, this whatever you're going through right now.
Hold that thought, Diva. Hold that thought. We're going to talk more about these Two of Coins. All right, I got to take a quick break. It's a Hawaii thing with Justin.
Let the experts at King Windward help you out on your current loan or lease into a new vehicle. Visit KingWindwardNissan.com. Check out wearekupuna.com to learn more about all the resources the state of Hawaii has to service our kupuna.
Justin Young is getting his future read here by Diva Zappa via Hollywood. And you were talking about the Two of Coins. You got a Two of Coins card.
Yeah, Two of Coins. So to me, that is significant because there's an opportunity. The Two of Coins are earth, and it's like it's a hyper focus and a seed of new beginning. Like it's you taking steps to plant seeds that will grow and something big. And what's like all of this going forward is this learning experience, because how you see yourself, you just went through some sort of opening, like a break of some sort. You have the Three of Swords. So there's something that has
I'm sorry.
Such a drama
I thought
queen.
Brooke would have jumped in and said something sarcastic. So
No, you're
I was
so
backing you
dramatic.
up.
All I'm hearing is that he's supposed to, where he is where he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I'm hearing.
But I want to know, like, did something happen? That there's a breakthrough?
Well, I mean, I think collectively there's all kinds of things turning, but yeah, I had to break up. My band ended. I moved. Yeah, and this all
that's
happened
why I
in
said,
this past
ooh,
year.
Big
that's why I
shift.
said, ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, but this is leading you into like this longevity in your heart, and like this is how you are connecting to the world, is opening up in this way. Your hopes and your fears is the Hermit card. So it's like you know that you need to take some time by yourself to really think about things, and like it's hard for you to kind of be still and quiet and respect that time for yourself, because you may like have judgment on that, but it's really important for you to take time, because you'll get the bigger picture and the bigger view. And what the key to all this is really following your intuition, because you have the Three of Wands. So you have this big view for you in the future, this big plan that, like, without the time to think about things and be quiet and still and trust the process, you won't be able to accomplish what you like have in store.
Have you done this before, Justin?
I've had a tarot reading before.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you think so far? What you say?
This is, I mean, it's amazing. I have chicken skin. So, I mean, it's all the things that I'm already feeling. It's like confirmation for where I'm at with things. Yeah.
See?
That's what I do. That's my gift.
Yes.
Tell everybody where they can find you.
So I post daily on Instagram on my tarot account, which is Magika Tarot. So it's Magika Tarot. And that's every single day for the last at least 3 years. I've posted without fail a message for the collective. And you can book readings with me on my website, divazappa.com, but I'm pretty easy to find.
Yeah, you just did a movie. Can we talk about that?
No,
real
we
quick?
can't.
Well,
No?
I can't really talk about it. I mean,
Okay, we don't have to talk about it.
But
You come back on.
It's a really awesome movie that my friend Molly Elfman has written and directed, and I'm really proud of her. And
Awesome.
watch out for it. I don't know
Don't
when.
get into trouble. Don't talk about it.
No, you'll come before the movie comes out. We'll have you back on and we'll do a little press release thing.
Okay, great.
Thanks for doing a reading for my
Yes.
Yobo.
Thank
He's
you
my
so
favorite
much.
tall Korean ever.
That's a very specific
Thank
favorite
you for having
thing.
me.
And
What
you
a-
guys should be besties and hang out when he comes to
Yeah,
LA.
he lives near you.
No, he doesn't.
no, he doesn't.
He's in
but,
Santa Barbara, but whatever.
Same continent.
Okay.
Diva, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for
Thanks, I
joining
love
us.
you.
Thank you for having me. Love you,
You
too.
take care. Aloha
Bye.
to you.
Thank you so
Bye.
much. I
All
really
right.
enjoyed that. Thanks.
Justin, would you do that again?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That was too
You
quick.
gotta ask some people if. I know. I wish we had more time to do it, but sometimes you gotta ask people like, do you do it for entertainment? Do you believe in it? You know what I mean? Like, how spiritual are you?
Yeah.
Well, when they nail.
Look at him. He's like the embodiment of spiritual. Like, come on.
By the way, I don't know if Diva's still on, but we're gonna send you a package.
She had her last one. She loved it.
Yeah, we're gonna send you a package from.
But she got a
Enjoy.
sweet one, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I'm going to send her a salty
Did I
one
get
because
that right?
mine is better, Hawaii.
Yeah, whatever. We got one for you too, Justin.
All right.
You want
Yeah.
salty or sweet?
Salty. He wants salty. Don't talk, Yobo. Okay. Yeah, he's going to have one of mine. He's
terrible.
Korean. He's Korean. It's obligated.
She is terrible.
I'm just saying.
You gotta let him make his choices.
Salty.
Whatever.
Yeah, he's gonna run the world. Did you hear what happened? He's gonna run the world
And he
soon.
just said salty, so he's an honorific
You're so
Korean.
salty.
He's a good guy.
Anyway, thank you guys for joining us. Hey, if there's somebody you'd like to see on the podcast, leave a comment below or just say hi.
And Lanai will ignore it, but it's
Justin Kawika Young, ladies and gentlemen.
okay. Yabaseo!
Thank you for joining us, and it's a Hawaii thing. Join us for the long version.
감사합니다.
Welcome back to It's a Hawaii Thing, the extended version. Kawika Justin Young is hanging out with us. Did your mother call you that when you mad? Did you say the whole name?
I never made her mad.
Good one.
That is true. He's a
Good
good
one.
boy.
Good
He's
one,
a good
good
boy.
one. Hey, I know I asked you this before, but who do you want to, like, if there's one person they said you can collab with right now, who would you collab with besides Brook Lee?
Wow, man, this is subliminals.
Whoa.
Shoot for the sky, buddy.
I'm a big fan of Leanne LaHavis. I love her music and her voice. And
How
her
come I don't know who
guitar
that
playing.
is?
I'll
What
look
does she
her up.
sing?
She doesn't really have like huge like radio hits, but she's well known.
Yeah.
She's from the UK.
So you wouldn't pick somebody like with a big name. You
She
want somebody that
British.
you really dig
She British.
music-wise.
Yes. Yeah.
You know who
yeah,
I've been
yeah.
listening to
'Cause he's
British
an artist.
wise is Twigs or Twiggy, the girl. Twiggy. She's
No,
awesome. She's
you're
like
talking
that
about-
Soul to Soul.
Mm.
She worked with those
She
producers.
dated the vampire.
Which one? Buffy?
No, the guy from
Edwards. Edward.
Yeah, the guy from Twilight. They were together
really?
for a long time.
So you know who I'm
Because
talking
her
about?
name is spelled FKA, right? And then Twig or whatever
Something
her
like
name
that.
is. She's like a
She has a vibe, man. Like really cool.
like early
soul.
Zoe Kravitz.
Yes,
Yeah.
like Zoe Kravitz.
Before she
sound.
shaved her head and became a star.
Yeah. What's the last like album you listen to? Do you listen to a whole album or do you shuffle it? You know,
Whole
kids
album.
nowadays they shuffle.
Well, you have to explain what an album is for people in the
Yeah,
YouTube
it's like
world.
a round thing that was made out of wax, and then put a needle on it.
and there were songs that consecutively were played
Yeah,
together as
yeah.
a concept
Yeah.
album.
And you have to think about like, I want to put this on this side, and then these songs on.
Yeah,
B-side
as
or
opposed to now
A-side.
it's just hit 100,
Yeah.
Billboard 100
Is
hits.
there like an album like you listen to the whole thing?
I'm so terrible. Like I need to pull up my phone and look. But I will say, like when Gone West made our record, we really wanted to make a whole complete, because we wrote and recorded maybe like 30 or 40 songs, and so we had like our favorites that we loved, but then in filling out the rest of the spaces on the album, we wanted it to be like a whole cohesive piece where you could just put it on. And that's one of the things, feedback that I love hearing from people. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is one of the few albums recently that I can just put on and let it play from
You're
start
not
to finish.
It's like I'll call that a Jack Johnson album,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
It's like one after another. You just get rolls.
It just kind of sets a vibe, and
Yeah.
there's not a song that you have to like run up and hit skip because it's
Yeah.
like blasting you in the face all of a sudden.
Yeah. So it's easy listening.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that.
It's a
And-
vibe.
Yeah.
It's a vibe.
You have any questions for Justin?
No, I know everything about Justin. I
This
stalk
isn't,
him.
This isn't for you. You're supposed to pretend like the normal person watching right now
Oh.
that doesn't know Justin. Might be something interesting,
I
like
don't
a
know.
story.
I don't know, Yobo. Let's
Like
talk
you got drunk
about.
in Hollywood one night. And
No, we're
ran
not going to
into-
talk about the past because we don't
Ran
want to
into
talk about the
Phoenix,
past.
you know?
We're talking about the future. I
Okay.
will say though that he's been working so hard. Like he started like when he first moved to LA, right? Like
Yeah.
he played everywhere.
Well, even before that, here in Hawaii,
Here,
he played
yeah,
everywhere too.
But here was not as rough as LA is. Like LA can get
Yeah.
a little.
You were a big fish in a small pond.
Yeah, I actually didn't mind
Here.
that because I think I have social anxiety, not to like a crazy extent, but like people recognizing you and then always feeling like I'm also kind of shy. So not being outgoing, people would often assume like, oh, this guy's a jerk or
Yeah.
whatever.
That's what I get all the time. I get
Well,
more
it's 'cause it's
asshole.
true.
Yeah, it's because you're so shy.
So-
Mine is asshole. Well, when I'm out, I don't talk to people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just do it. For
Can we
this.
roll tapes, please, editing on
do I
every
talk to
time
when I'm
we're
out?
eating sandwiches at Earl's? He's like, "Hi, hi."
They said
hey,
hi to
hey,
me.
what's up?
I didn't. They people
I'm
walking by
literally
and I go,
eating
"Hey,
food, and I'm
hi."
like, "Are you running for office?" Because
If
like,
someone
why are
says-
you talking to
See,
everybody?
that's the difference between her and I. Is if someone says hi to me, I say hi back. She doesn't.
Wow. First of all, no one says hi to me. Not that I care, Hawaii. I'm just saying. But he's like the
Please
mayor.
say hi to her when we're
But
out eating.
You guys understand probably too, like here, if you're not always like
On.
outgoing,
Yeah, yeah.
and being gregarious and,
Right.
and saying hi, then people just assume like, oh, this.
But you had followers. Like, I'm not trying to make it like crazy, but people would come and see you regularly.
There was like
They
3
would
or
come
4
to the
people
hotel
that went
cafe.
regularly.
Include
They'd
you.
come to the hotel. Well, I'm in the club.
You had a lot
I'm
of
talking
followers.
about followers.
Yeah.
Like they'd come to the hotel cafe, then they'd show up at the bar and grill, and then they would show up at the
Yeah.
Rainbow Room
Yeah.
with the CDs, and like it was a
It
little
took
bit.
years.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like starting over again, and I didn't know how to like even what to do when I got there. So it was years before I even got like my first gig. But I mean, I was playing at Burbank Bar and Grill, 5 hours solo acoustic, bringing your
Wow.
own sound for $150.
Yeah.
And on Sunday nights, Bruno, who was nobody at the time, would come in and sing karaoke on the stage inside.
Wow.
And I mean, it's crazy. I mean,
that time period when
Yeah.
they were all like
Yeah.
swirling around in LA, it was like
Sarah Bareilles, Andy Grammer,
Yeah, it was a
Colbie, like we were
bunch of
all
people were
nobodies,
just-
you know.
You know what's interesting? Because during that time period is when all the comedians now, like the Bobby Lees, the Joe Coys, they were
That's
doing
true.
the same
Yep.
They
thing.
were all
Yep.
busting it.
And people go, wow, these guys are making millions, but they didn't realize for 20 years
Yeah,
they
they
made
were-
$50.
Yeah.
I think the Comedy Store gives you like 15 for emceeing,
right.
20 for feature, and then 50 for something dumb like that.
I mean, because I don't know if comedians have this, but in LA, I don't know if they still do it, but you have to like pay to play.
Yes.
So you're like, okay, you have to buy 50 tickets
Yes.
to your own show.
Yes.
And if you can sell more than that, then you can get some money. But if not, you got to pay for those tickets.
And that's where the stunt community came in very handy for him because his
Yeah.
buddy Marcus
Oh, Marcus, yeah.
would get all the stunt guys to
Yeah, they
come
would
out
all
with the
come out.
girlfriends, and
Marcus,
they'd all
good
have
guy.
Yeah,
they'd bring the beers, they'd like, buy food.
If you didn't see the last podcast, Marcus is a stuntman, but he directed and produced a movie with you.
Yeah, he was a producer on the documentary that I did.
Tell everybody the documentary?
It's called My Hero, the Hitman, and
Yeah.
it's about Miley and Shane Stant. And Shane is the actual hitman that whacked Nancy Kerrigan.
on the knee.
Yeah.
Was it with a crowbar? What was it with?
It was with the retractable
The
baton.
baton.
He specifically picked that because he knew it wouldn't do permanent damage on her knee.
See.
Really?
He was, aloha, even when not aloha. That should be the byline.
Aloha, even when it's not. That's your byline.
That's what I said my whole life by Hawaii.
Yes.
It's my inner mantra.
Did you get to talk to her?
Huh?
Carrick, did you get to interview her? I didn't get to see the documentary.
I had, I'd reached out to them because it's not out yet. It premiered at the Hawaii Film Festival a couple years ago, and hopefully we'll be releasing it soon. But I reached out to them just to see, because I wanted her to be able to give her side of things. I didn't
Right.
want it to be a one-sided
Yeah.
issue. And I think I emailed with her husband, and he just said, I don't see a role for her in this.
Yeah,
And
because I tried to get Christy to at least weigh in.
Yeah.
Because Marcus was like on me hard about
Christy
it.
Yamaguchi.
Yeah, and Christy was like, "Yo, nobody wants to touch that stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
come on, guys, let's like
Well,
no."
we learned that figure skating world is so small too, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
people just wanted to move on.
I think,
Yeah.
Michelle Kwan did get interviewed for it
That's
because she
true.
was right there.
Oh, I
Right.
forgot
She
about
was
her.
right behind that incident, getting off the ice.
That's right.
But yeah, some other skaters, and I know for her too, it was like a kind of a favorite because it's a black eye on that
Yeah.
sport, and
Yeah.
they don't want to talk about it. But this movie is really not about. I mean, he talks about his side of the story, but it's really about his redemption and the person that he was for his sister. And they're both half Hawaiian. I didn't know that the attacker. Like I thought I knew everything about this.
Way to
event.
represent the Hawaiians.
That's
Well,
why we didn't want to
it's
bring
actually-
that part up.
It's a
you see.
beautiful story,
Yeah.
It's part of history now.
But I
Yeah.
mean, it's through the sister's eyes because she was too young to understand what had happened at
Yeah.
that point, and that he was a big part of her life, and then he was gone because he was incarcerated and all that stuff. And her finding out about all of that, and then trying to rectify that in her brain because that's her hero.
Yeah.
It really is a really riveting, idea of how you can redeem yourself in someone's eyes.
And that we're all many things. Like, yeah, he did attack this person, but he was also a victim from his father's abuse.
Yeah,
and he was also a hero to his sister.
Yeah.
So I think, a lot of times it's easier just to categorize somebody as one or the other, but in reality, we're all many of those things at different
Yeah.
times to different people.
And back then, I don't think people were ready to hear full stories.
Yeah.
It was just about categories. That's a thug. That's a
Yeah.
gold medalist.
Right,
that's a.
right.
Whereas now people are really more interested in like the why.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
So-
you watch. I mean, you look at Netflix now, and you have all these making of a murderer. Or, that one was the biggest one so
Yeah.
far. But it's interesting. I was going through my history, and I have all these like CSI type
Yeah.
shows.
So like
murder.
the FBI will come
Yeah,
for
like-
you at some point because
what
they'll be
am I-
like,
what-
"Where
who
was
am I
his,
now? What
where's
am I
his state of
thinking?
mind, Hawaii?
What's going on with me? Why do I want to see who
What's
all these
happening?
people murder?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you kind of everyone wants to know the other side of the story, which is good and bad. I
And then
think.
we're gonna roll the tape of you on this, all your City Mill commercials going. He wanted duct tape. He wanted, he wanted tarps.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
wanted,
That's why I asked, what did he use?
ropes.
A baton or
He
was it a
wanted
crowbar?
like shovels. And I was
all-
just like plants and
Yeah.
furniture, and he was always like tarps and like duct tape, and I was like, I don't know what
Paying
happened.
cash.
Yeah. They're doing
Weird.
CSI Hawaii, right?
You guys keep making that
NCIS.
up.
They're
Is
doing
that
NCIS.
really happening?
Yeah, brother's working on it. So
Is it?
NCIS Hawaii is coming to town.
All right.
Yeah, but you should go.
Wasn't that called Hawaii 5-0?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not
But
saying.
they're not gonna have a food
hey,
truck on
Donnie
this one.
Dawson, don't come for me. All work is good
Is this-
work. I'm
is that-
just
is-
saying.
I don't watch those. Is this the one with LL Cool J?
Well, there's many of them, and
I
he
know,
can't
which
be in
one
all
is
of
it?
them as much as he'd like to. Hawaii.
you
There's
guys- Who?
He signed an NDA.
Oh, you signed an NDA. But do you guys know which one LL Cool J is on?
He's on the LA one, NCIS LA, with the guy who was Robin in
Okay.
Batman at some point.
So it's
I
the
think.
same show.
Yeah, because they had New Orleans, they had Miami, and this NCIS is like a club. It goes everywhere. You
So what
can
I was-
play NCIS
What
anywhere.
I wanted to get to was you have all these shows now in Hawaii. There's like 10 coming here. You
Just
should get
making that up.
your music to these guys.
I love when people say that.
Did you talk to Angie?
You should be playing at the stage.
can
I'm
help
like,
you.
okay.
You should do a Disney soundtrack
I can help
for.
you.
Okay, yeah.
No, I'm
You should
serious.
help me.
I will help you.
You heard it here, Hawaii.
Yeah. There's a guy in here that can help us too.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he signed an NDA, so
but
he's not
Angie's
talking.
working on some of those shows.
LaPrette.
Yeah, so
Mm,
we
I
got to
know
get the
Angie.
your music to the
Licensing?
right people. Yes.
It's called licensing.
Yeah.
I'll kick you back some. You know.
No, you don't have to.
Yeah, he does.
No. Just give me some tickets on your next show.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
not going to happen. But
So positive. He's going to be
I'm his
performing at
manager.
amphitheaters soon.
I'm his manager,
Yeah.
and I'm just saying, you're creepy.
And you know what we got to do is introduce him to Sarah
Sarah.
Hicks.
Oh, my classmate from Punahou,
Conductor.
the conductor.
Yeah, do you know Sarah?
Uh-uh.
Oh, she's awesome. She does like
I love how he talks about her like
Sharks music
he's his
for
friend
Disney.
now. Oh, wow.
Does the Hollywood Bowl
now.
and
Steals my
all these big
Rolodex,
shows.
you do.
How did you meet Justin? Tell everybody.
Fine.
How did
From-
you meet Justin?
From you.
She has this thing about introducing friends and then they become my friends. She's like, they're not your friend. Kimo Lauer is like my good friend. We have like lunch
No,
and dinner
he's
once a
not.
week. Brooke sees her like every 2 months. Right, Kimo?
Wow.
Yeah, see?
Makes it all
So-
up. Okay.
So she's mad.
It's not a
Whatever.
competition. People
She
can be
thinks
both your
everything-
friends.
Everything's a
Would you like the
competition,
salty
Yobo.
or the sweet box,
Salty.
Justin?
Salty. Everything's a competition. He's a Yobo. He understands.
All right, so let's do a song.
Let's do
I'm sorry, you
You-
producing right now? Or
Can
I'm
you, we have the
yeah.
guitar. Can you do it? Can you sing with him?
No, because this isn't a talent search and you can't afford it.
Can you do the chord? What song are you gonna do?
He's going to do one of his originals. Because
Let me ask
he's-
Justin what he's gonna do.
Fine.
What are you gonna do, Justin?
Brooke, what am I gonna do?
You're going to do one of your originals because we don't need to hear any of the other stuff from before because he's prolific and he can just write music because he's the best.
Because I'd like
That's a
for
great
you to
intro.
maybe give her the hook and then she just sing along with you.
No.
Or else
You
I
can't
will.
Just,
Oh my God,
And it ain't
let's
gonna
do
come
that.
out so good.
No, let's do that.
What's the hook?
I'm going to hear this.
Oh, darling.
Oh, darling.
That's great.
See? Now harmonize it.
Go ahead.
Oh, darling.
I
Okay.
can't do it.
Yeah.
Hurry
It
up,
was
it's getting hot in here.
Kamehameha Schools.
What song you do?
A song called Oh Darling.
Okay.
So this is a
good
newer
song.
one. There's a version out, like kind of a live version out. I'm gonna do a studio version for
Okay.
my next record.
And
anyway.
out where? Just so people know.
It's on like the streaming places.
Oh.
Spotify and all that,
Yeah,
Apple.
yeah,
So it's called
Check
Oh
it
And
Darling.
it's under Kawika Young.
Kawika
Kawika.
Young.
So no one can
Ela.
find it.
Ela. Ea.
Hey, we have people that watch this show. You'll be surprised.
Yeah. Well, go find it.
Kawika Young, ladies and gentlemen.
He dares
Come on.
you.
Give it to us, my man.
Oh, oh, darling. I'm gonna take these headphones off. Why do you leave? Why do I stay? Oh, oh, darling. Never begin this way. Your long days and short lives, hellos and goodbyes, here and gone. I've been restless to get away, broken when it came time to move on. I know everything's gonna change, 'cause I forgot it. Out here holding on, still being tired. Oh, oh, darling. Why do you leave? Why do I stay? Oh, oh, darling. We'll never begin this way. Yeah, the stone and stream share the light.
endless and finite, forever so long. Those branches know to give in to a soft request from the wind for leaves to fall. I know everything's gonna change, guess I forgot it. Can't get past all the ways I took you for granted. And oh, darling, why do you leave? Why do I stay? Oh, darling, we'll never be again this way.
Oh, I love that song. Keep strumming.
See?
Kawika Young, ladies and gentlemen. The name is called "Oh Darling." You can get it
sounds
on
good without earphones,
all your
too.
platforms like Spotify, Apple, and all
And
of that.
don't steal it off of here.
Thank you for
Go buy it.
thank you for joining us, Justin.
Oh, man,
We're
it's a
always so
pleasure.
proud of you.
Love seeing you guys.
You get one of these, whichever one you want.
He's gonna get the salty.
Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and also leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. His name is Justin Young. That's Brook, I'm Lanai. Ahui ho.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, brother. Awesome.
See, you have to listen to it without the earphones on. It even
I
sounds
just wanted to
like
see how it sounded.
so
Sounded good.
good, so good.
You have a pretty good voice.
You should stick with that.
You should sing a tequila song.